Today I'm going to show you how to draw a city using one-point perspective. You'll need a pencil, a ruler, and a piece of paper. The first thing you're going to do is to take that piece of paper and fold it in half the long ways. This will establish your horizon line or eye level for your city. Approximately halfway, you're going to place the vanishing point, and this point will be used to develop the entire city. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the road. This is going to come out at a slight angle and then go out to the edge of the paper. So I'm going to draw this slightly out this way. And this way. And then go right off the side. So this should look something maybe like a witch's hat. We're now going to create a sidewalk that is also going to go from the vanishing point, and then we're simply going to double the lines on the bottom. All right, this was the easy part. Believe it or not, adding the lines on the sidewalk here is rather difficult. Most people, when they go ahead and do this on their own, will place the lines at an angle like this. The lines actually need to be horizontal. I recommend lining your ruler up with the edge of the paper, making sure that you're creating nice horizontal lines, and just simply move your ruler back, creating those sidewalk lines. The lines on the bottom, most students will want to just simply make them straight up and down. But we want those lines to make our sidewalk look flat. So in that case, we take and line each of the sidewalk lines up to the vanishing point. Now many students will just simply make angled lines, but what you need to do is to make sure each one of these lines go to the vanishing point, again, to make it look flat. Okay? Now we're going to make our first building. We're going to do that over here. And we're going to do that by making a small box right from the corner of the sidewalk. We'll take our ruler. We're going to go up, left, and down. And for your first small building, you only want to go about halfway to the horizon line. That way it's a little easier to draw the roof. The closer you get to the horizon line, the more difficult it is to draw the roof because you see less and less of it. From this corner and this corner, we're going to go to the vanishing point. So I'm going to line this up, draw a line like this, and draw a line. Now I need to end my building. I take my ruler, I line it up with the edge of the building, and I carefully slide it back, watching again that the edge of my ruler lines up. And I'm going to end my building here. I'm going to take my ruler now, I line it up with the edge of my building, slide it over, and I go straight down. You'll notice that there's a right angle here and a right angle here. Many students, the first time they do this, will have a tendency to want to place this line at an angle and often this time at an angle. You want to make sure that both of these corners are right angles. Our second building will be built from this corner here. You're going to take it, and this time we're going to kind of make like a skyscraper. You're going to go up and right and down. Okay. And since this building is above our eye level, we're not going to see the top. So we're just simply going to take this down to the vanishing point, line our ruler up, slide it over, and go straight down. So these are our two basic buildings. Easy enough. Now we're going to add windows. If this building, if I wanted to just add simple, maybe glass paned windows, just to keep it simple, I'm going to go down, and this would be just simply adding rectangles. Very simple on the front of my building. All right, maybe I'd want to add a little door, and that is simply going to just be a rectangle. Okay. Easy enough. On this building, I might just want to add, like maybe this is a bakery. So I might want to just add kind of a picture window. And once again, it's like you've always done since you were little. I'm just going to add rectangles or squares to the front. Nothing fancy. There you go. However, the tricky part is the side of the buildings. I want to create the illusion that they're going back in space. So this line right here is going to go to the vanishing point. This line to the vanishing point. So watch what I do here. This line right here goes down to the vanishing point, but this line goes up to the vanishing point. This line up, but this line is almost straight across because where it falls in position to the vanishing point. This line right here, up to the vanishing point, and up to the vanishing point. So you really get that illusion as though it's going back in space. Now if I just want to add a simple door here, most students understand that the top of that door needs to go to the vanishing point, and that's no problem. The very difficult part is drawing the sides of the door. Almost 100% of the time, the first time students try this, they will make angled lines here on the side. The door needs to be just as straight as the side of the building. So just like this, and just like this. And it's very awkward to do that. Even after all these years, I have a tendency to want to draw it at an angle, but you need to make sure that those lines are just as straight as the side of your building. All right, so that's just the foundation. You're just creating rectangles and squares and taking them to the one vanishing point. If I want to add additional buildings, it's just a matter of drawing additional rectangles and squares and taking them to the vanishing point. So over here, I'm going to simply draw. I'm going to show you what I mean by how hard it is to draw the roof here. I'm going to add a building right next door. This. But now this building is below the horizon line, which means I'm going to see the roof. It's taller than this building, so I'm going to see less of the roof. So I still do the same thing. I go to the vanishing point, to the vanishing point. This is straight. Slide my ruler back. So the back of this building is going to be straight. The side of my building straight. And so this is going to go down like this. And you can see that now I'm just seeing a sliver of this roof. I recommend for your first time, either make this building taller so you don't have to draw the roof, or make it shorter, about halfway, so it's easier to draw the roof, at least like I said, for the first time. All right, and then I can add another building if I wanted to. And this one I'm just going to make taller, so it just goes here. And this time it's above the horizon line, so I just simply draw down to the vanishing point and cut it off. Easy enough. All right, let's say I have a building that's right next door to this building, just like this. This is a trick question. If I have a building right here, what part of this building am I going to see? Am I going to see the roof? No, it's above the horizon line, so I won't see the roof. Am I going to see the side of the building? Nope, because this building's in the way. This is all I would see on this building, And a lot of students will panic and try to draw a roof or do something to this building, add a side over here. But in reality, if I'm standing right here, this is all I'm going to see of this building. Pretty simple. Now, if I want to create an alleyway between two buildings, I create a gap between them. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here. Okay, so now I have a space between these two buildings. The corner of this building is going to go to the vanishing point until it hits the next building right here. And this building will go down to the vanishing point until it hits this building. And now you can see there's like an alleyway between these two buildings. Okay, easy enough. All right, now we're going to talk about adding buildings in the back. And this takes a little bit more thinking. If I want a building right next door to this building here, if it's below my eye level, I am just going to go simply back to the vanishing point. I don't see the front of this building. I'm only going to see the side. So the side goes back to the vanishing point. I go straight down, and because it's below my eye level, I then am going to see the roof. So again, side of the building and the roof. That's all I see. If I build another building right next door behind it, but it's taller, now I'm going to go to the right here, because now I am going to see a little bit of the front, and then it goes down to the vanishing point and straight down. Okay, so I'm only seeing the sides. In this case, I see part of the front. And then it's kind of fun because I can just simply add rectangle after rectangle after rectangle and take them to the vanishing point if I just want to create this illusion of a very busy city. So again, rectangles to the vanishing point. Rectangles to the vanishing point. And I just keep adding and building until this is all filled up. Simple to do. All right, let's say across the street I want to add a road. So I want to actually create some horizontal lines to build another street back behind this set of buildings. So what I do is I just simply go across this way, and I'm going to create a set of horizontal lines. And I'm going to erase my sidewalk here. All right. So now you can see if I was driving down this road, I'd be able to turn the corner. And then back here, I can draw additional buildings along this road. So right here, I make another rectangle to the vanishing. Another rectangle to the vanishing. Okay. So this is the basics as to how to draw a city using one vanishing point. All right, good luck.